Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Says, what if your lady asks you to give up social media in response to telling her to give up social media? Then your value, my friend, is not high enough. And I'll tell you why. If your value is high enough, meaning that your value is high enough for her to want a relationship with you, then she won't ask you to give it up back, right? So, but here's the thing. The reason why, and you don't tell your woman to give up social media, our drizzle, okay? That's your first mistake. You don't tell a woman to do anything. I didn't tell Devin, give up all social media. No, I said, look, if you want, I don't date women who are on social media. And she said, so you're telling me to give up social media? I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm telling you that if you want to be in a relationship with me, understand that I don't date women who are on social media. So guess what she did? She deleted all of her social media, right? So if you tell your woman, delete social media, you're doing it wrong. You don't tell your woman to give up. Well, Donovan, how do you ever get to the point? How do you ever get to the point where you're having discussions about talking about her giving up social media? And this is the mistake that most men make. Never, and I mean never, ever, ever angle for a long-term relationship first. Do not angle for a relationship first. Ever. Because the minute you ask a woman to be your girlfriend, the minute you tell her you want to take things to the next level, your leverage has gone out the door. And the reason for that is because when you express to her that you want to be in a relationship with her, you are also indirectly telling her that she has done everything she needs to do to secure your commitment. Which means that there's nothing else for her, there's nothing else that she needs to do in her mind, right? And if there's nothing else she needs to do in her mind, why would she give up anything? Why would she give up going to bars or clubs? Why would she give up social media? No. The reason why your woman, and this happens every time. And this is a very good question, R Drizzle, because I've had several guys write and ask me this. Donovan, I asked my woman to give up social media, and she told me to give up social media too. Right? Well, why did that happen? Well, let me ask you, John, did you ask her to be your girlfriend? Well, yes, I did. Well, that's where you messed up. That's where you messed up, John. When you angle for commitment first, you are, and this is real talk, when you angle for commitment first, you are forfeiting your right to make any further requirements of her. Because when you angle for a relationship first, like I said, you are literally telling a woman there's nothing else she needs to do to secure your commitment. This is why women are always trying to get in relationships with men, so they can get fat and stop putting out. This is why women are trying to drag men down the aisle. They know that once they get married, they don't have to do anything. They can get fat, close their legs, sleep with their personal trainer when they decide to get back into shape. So when your woman is telling you, well, if I have to delete social media, you do too, this means that you are angling for commitment first. And if you angle for commitment first, you are forfeiting the right to make any demands of your woman. Now, let's say she says, I want to be in a relationship. And here's how to handle this, R Drizzle. Here's how to handle this. I'm going to put you, this is going to be some next level game for you guys, because I know a lot of you guys are watching me for the first time. So you meet a girl, you hook up with her. You're hooking up with her for a few weeks. Right? The sex is good. You enjoy each other's company. You like each other. You guys spend time together. You guys go out to eat. You do movies, blah, 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 blah. Everything is going great. Then, inevitably, you guys are laying in bed, and she says to you, so where is this thing headed anyway? This has happened to me many, many times. Half the time, in my early Vegas days, I would fail this comfort test miserably. My later Vegas days passed them every time. But invariably, inevitably, a woman who likes you enough is going to say, hey, where is this headed? In other words, I want to be your girlfriend. Where is this going anyway? What would you call us? What are we doing? That is womanese for I want to be your girlfriend. Now, a woman will never just tell you, hey, will you be my boyfriend? You want to know why? Because they risk rejection. And women, as Myron Gaines says, they don't take L's. They're not used to taking L's. They don't handle rejection well at all. They just don't. So instead of just telling you flat out, hey, I want to be your girl, they say, so where is this thing headed anyway? One girl pulled this on me. We're laying in bed. Dude, I think we had sex for like 45 minutes. We were in a sweaty heat. This was Jennifer.
It was the greatest thing ever. So this is when I smoke. So after we smoke a cigarette and catch our breath, this is Saturday. She says to me, so should I tell my mother I'm not going to visit her tomorrow because I'm with my boyfriend? And I paused for a second. And right when she was about to speak up, I said, yeah. She says, no, that's okay. Oh, wait, what? I paused for a little bit. I really liked Jennifer, but I knew that I couldn't be her boyfriend. but I was weak because I really, really liked her. And I said, yeah, you can tell her, you know. And she was so happy after that. And the next 2 weeks were magical. And then everything went downhill, right? But let me rewind. So you're laying in bed, and your girlfriend asks you, so where is this thing headed anyway? Right? You tell her, well, it sounds like you're asking me if we want to be in a relationship. Yeah, okay. What you do is you tell her you do not want to be in a relationship with me. Well, why not? I really like you. Trust me, you don't. And tell her, look, I'm not trying to be funny. You don't want to be in a relationship with. Why don't? No, listen, we have fun. We have great sex. I mean, I like you. You like me, right? Yeah, I like you a lot. So why do you think I don't want to be in a relationship with you? Well, it's really, really difficult to be with a guy like me. Now she's intrigued. Why is it difficult to be in a relationship with a guy like you? Listen, drop it. I don't want to talk about it right now. Okay? She'll drop it because she doesn't want to scare you away. Guess what? She's going to try again. She's going to try that second time. Look, I know we mentioned, Donovan, that you didn't want to talk about this anymore, but I really want to know where this is headed. I want to know what to tell my friends. Like, that's the excuse they're going to give you, right? I really want to know what to tell my friends. My mom's asking me questions. My aunt, my friends are asking me questions. Like, why are you with this tall, good-looking black guy who drives this really awesome car and lives in this Vegas high-rise? I know that's oddly specific, but I promise I'm not talking about myself.
Stop the
People
cap.
are asking questions like, when are we going to make this? Listen, I told you before, you don't want to be in a relationship with me. Well, I mean, have you ever been in a relationship? Well, sure, I've been in plenty of relationships. Why do you think I don't want to be in a relationship with you? Listen, it's very, very difficult to be my girlfriend. I'm just telling you, it's tough. Why is it so tough? Listen, drop it. Just drop it. She'll drop it again. She's going to bring it up a third time, but this time she's not going to let it go, guys. This time she's not going to let it go. She's going to push. She's going to prod because now she really wants to be your girlfriend. You want to know why? Because you've shut her down twice. You've told her you don't want to be with a guy like me. That makes her what? Want to be with a guy like you. Now she wants to know, why is it? What is it about this guy that makes him think I don't want to be with him? Now she's intrigued. Now she wants to be your girlfriend for no other reason but that she's just got to find out why it's just tough to be with a guy like you. She's going to bring it up a third time, but she's not going to be so roundabout-y this time. She's going to be more direct. She's like, all right, Donovan. And this is not going to happen during, before, or after. No, this is going to be like, all right, Donovan. All right, Donovan. You keep putting me off. You keep telling me that I don't want to be with a guy like you and this and that and the other. Listen, I want to be your girl. I do. And listen, I like you. You like me. But if we don't make this thing official, we can't continue to do what we're doing. Now, you can go one of two ways, right? You can either say, all right, well, listen, it's been fun. Toodaloo. I mean, listen, I'm not going to say that this isn't disappointing, but I'm not looking for a relationship. And if that's a deal breaker for you, then good luck. And oh, by the way, when I've taken that route, I have never, ever lost a girl because of that. A girl has never said to me, Donovan, we need to make this thing official or I'm gone. I said goodbye, and they actually left. No, they always stuck around. 12 times out of 10, they stick around. This is real talk, guys. This is real talk. When a girl gives you an ultimatum, we need to make this official or I'm not having sex with you anymore. Okay, see you later. They never leave, ever. I'm not exaggerating. That's the truth. But you could also take another approach. Listen, Donovan, if we don't make this thing official, then I can't do this anymore. We're done. Okay, Chris. All right, Chrissy. Okay. You really want to know what it's like to be in a relationship with me? Yes, I really want to know. Are you sure you want to know? Yes, I want to know. What is it like to be in a relationship with a guy like you? Okay. Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. What is it? Are you sure you're ready? Donovan, quit fucking joking around. What are we doing here? Unlock your phone and hand it to me right now. What'd you say? You heard me. That right there, gentlemen, sets the tone. That right there speaks volumes. That sets the tone. That lets her know
in no uncertain terms that if you are going to commit to her, there needs to be full transparency. Unlock your phone and hand it to me right now. In other words, if you're seeing other guys on the side, if you're DMing with people, I'm going to know about it right now. Now, in her mind, now she's got a choice to make. Do I get up out of here because I know he's going to find out about the other guys I'm seeing on the side? Or do I stick around and get rid of all the other guys I'm seeing so that next time he asks me, I'll be ready? Right? That's what's going through her mind. She knows at that point, in order to be in a relationship with you, one of the base requirements is full transparency. If I ask for your phone, boo, you're going to have to give it to me. And and you don't even have to tell her, in order to be in a relationship with a man like me, you must hand over your phone every time I ask for it. You don't have to tell her that. You demonstrated it. So when you tell her, unlock your phone and hand it to me right now, she's probably not going to do it. I had one girl do that successfully. Dated her, I think, for 6 months. Every other girl that did that, every other girl I said, unlock your phone and hand it to me right now, they're just like, oh, God, no, I can't do that. Okay, well, and I didn't take it personally. I was seeing other girls. She was seeing other guys. It is what it is. I didn't say, okay, all right, cool, no problem. You still want to have that conversation? No, we're good. Let's go ahead and head on out to the restaurant and have fun, right? Then she's going to be ready for you next time. Then she's going to be, listen, I really want to be your girlfriend. Listen, here's my phone. You know what your response is? Okay, that's a start. Oh my God, that's a start. Listen, I told you 3 times. You don't want to be listen, it's hard to be in a relationship with a guy like me. What else do I have to do to be in a relationship with you? You don't have to do anything. But I will tell you this, and this is when you lay it out. I do not date girls who go to bars or clubs. I do not date girls who hang out with their ex. I do not date girls who travel alone. And I do not date girls who are on social media. Now you tell me something, R Drizzle. After that entire sequence, you lay that out to her. Do you think for 1 second, after trying to pressure you into a relationship, now 4 times, when you lay that out for her, do you think she's thinking about telling you to delete your social media because you just told her that you don't date girls who are on social media? Yeah, I didn't think so. Girls don't try time after time after time to lock down low-value guys. They're just happy to be there. So the answer to your question, what if your lady asks you to give up social media, in response to you telling her to give up social media, you don't tell her to give up social media. You put her through her paces and you show her that you don't date women who are on social media. And that, my friend, is how it's done.
A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost attraction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man, Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 988th edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity, misogyny, and small dick energy. It is Monday, July 10th of 2023. It is good to have you all in here today. Shout out to my guys in the chat. I appreciate you guys being here. So what we're gonna do now, guys, is I'm gonna bring in my special guest, Coach EO. Let me go ahead and add him to the stream. Very nice. There he is.
Yo, what's up, D?
Hey, what's going on, man? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, perfect. So you're looking fly right now. You're looking very fly.
Chilling, man.
Yeah.
You're
on the couch. Everything is good. So are you in a different place? Like, what's going on with you lately?
You know what? I purchased a home recently, and I've just been filming inside of the home in different rooms until my studio is done. So I'm just in one of my living rooms right now. I just did a show on my channel, which was ended up being a really good show. And so it's a pleasure to be on your platform, and salute to Sharpe Nation.
Absolutely. Appreciate the $100 super chat. You didn't have to tell people that you bought your way onto the program, but
oh no, man! I like to throw money at the people I care about, man.
Hey, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Normally you have to take me to dinner first to to get me between the sheets, but you know what? $100 allowance is a good start.
I'm working on it.
I can see the news now. Breaking news: EO exposed Donovan Sharpe sugar daddy. Okay,
yeah, it'll be clipped.
So let's quickly discuss the situation going on here with Jonah Hill. So Jonah Hill recently made news about the fact that he had sent his girlfriend or wife a bunch of text messages, quite literally just telling her, "Hey, I'm tired of you being disrespectful. I'm tired of you hanging out with dudes. I'm tired of you traveling alone. I'm tired of you sliding into dudes' DMs." Basically, he tells her that I'm tired of you putting our relationship at risk. And predictably, the internet lost its collective mind. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on men who don't lay down the law until it's too late? And what are your thoughts on what Jonah Hill is requesting?
Yeah, I mean, maybe you can answer this question for me. I did do a little research last night when you invited me on the show. Is this his wife, girlfriend, fiance? Who is this woman to him?
You know what? It's been very vague. No one I've heard that that's his longtime girlfriend, but it could be his wife, just given what everyone is saying. But they've been together for a while, so there's clearly a time investment on both ends. Yeah.
Okay, so what I will say is, it seems to me like he didn't lay the foundation right, because if he has to do all of this well into the relationship, then he's been missing some leadership role. His role as a leader has been shaky, because, like us, for example, and I heard your pre-introduction to the show, which was good commentary.
Thank you.
We're not going to force women to do anything. We have our guidelines, we have our preferences, and we make selections based on that criteria being met. And so it's not like we're coercing women, manipulating women. If they want to be elevated, you have to be a certain type of woman in order to be considered for elevation. And so I just look at it this way. There's nothing wrong with what he said at all. As a matter of fact, I love what he said, and you should get him on the 6.
That would be
everything he said
great.
was perfect. I mean, he didn't force her. He said if that lifestyle brings you happiness, by all means, you should go do that. You just wouldn't be qualified to be elevated to a wife.
Right.
I don't see a problem with it.
No, okay. So what are your thoughts on laying down? So you said exactly what I said, in that the reason, and SNO in the chat, shout out to her. So this is his longtime ex-girlfriend. So my guess is that they're probably on again, off again. So understanding that, she probably goes off and fucks a bunch of guys and comes back to him because he's the beta bitch boy, blah, 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 blah. Which again, EO, and we say this all the time, we've got the black pill guys talking about all you need is money, clout, celebrity, blah, 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 and any woman will fall in line. And here we have the second example in as many days. And we can talk about the Adam 22 situation being sort of contrived. Either way, whether it was scripted or not, it's a bad look. We have a woman disrespecting her husband publicly, and the husband, when he claps back, being eviscerated by social media.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm at the point now where, I can give two shits what people think of me. I don't care what my family thinks of me. It's not that I'm looking to be a rebel,
right?
But naturally, because of the way I want to conduct myself and my life, I'm seen as the black sheep and a rebel. And so it's one of those things, if you're going to have a standard as a man, get ready to be disliked.
That's right.
Disliked by family, by friends, be outcasted, be seen as crazy. I'm sure people think I'm a narcissist, and I'll gladly take on that identification. I'll say this: I'm a narcissist that gets things accomplished. So if you want to call me a control freak and a narcissist, well, my life is flowing fantastically. And so I'll tell guys this: don't be afraid to have standards, because if you don't, she's going to have her standards, and her standards will always overrule yours if you don't have any. She'll punish you for not having standards.
Damn right.
She'll pretend to like your feminist ways at the beginning just to lure you in, suck you in, get your heart, get your resources. And then once she's able to accomplish that goal, well, that's when the real punishment begins. So I'll just tell you this, you got to know who you are. You got to know what you want. You got to get out here and get experience. Like when you hear Donovan and I talk,
Yes.
you're listening to guys that have been roughed up in the game. We've roughed people up. We've been roughed up. You know, we've fucked girls over. Girls have, you know, probably to some degree fucked us over, although we allowed it. A lot of that was inexperience, but we came back with the data in order to refine our game, refine our repertoire, and then get it right the next time. And so when you hear us teach, don't think for a second that we didn't get punished in one way or another, whether it was self-inflicted or someone saw a weakness in us and we were punished. So I did notice that she kind of made reference to, you know, hopefully he's introduced to, you know, he has a daughter one day and she turns him into a feminist and all this shit. I was just like, wow, like all the man is doing is introducing the type of conditions that he wants. You either qualify or you don't.
We live in a world, EO, where if a woman has, if she has conditions, boundaries, standards, preferences, the world exalts them. Good for you, girl, for laying down the law and having standards. And I say good for them too. As a woman, if you want to be taken seriously, you've got to have boundaries. Don't be fucking these dudes, you know, 2 weeks into seeing them. You still have to give him that girlfriend energy, but by the same token, give it the booty too quick, he's going to know that you belong to the streets. But when men have standards, and our standards are not even as far-fetched, all we're asking, EO, and I don't want to speak for you, but as far as I'm concerned, my boundaries, expectations, and standards are quite simply do not put our relationship at risk. And to that end, I make it clear to women that I deal with or women that I dealt with is, look, if I'm going to deal with you on a regular basis, these are the kinds of activities that you're not going to engage in. You can either be on social media or you can be with me. You can either go to bars and clubs or you can be with me. You can either have girls' nights out. You can either go to Cancun for spring break or you can be with me, but you can't have both. And predictably, women jump all down my throat. You're being controlling, toxic, blah, 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 blah. What is your response to the women and men who say men with standards are misogynist and they're just being controlling?
I don't care. I mean, at the end of the day, this is my life. I pay all my own bills. You know, I'm responsible to work at this thing. It's hard being a man. It's rewarding being a man, but it's hard fucking work. Women will never understand how difficult it is to be a man. Like I said, it's highly rewarding. I wouldn't exchange it for. I would never want to be a woman.
Oh no.
But you know, it's difficult. You know, and being with women is a challenge. You know, we have to offset their emotions, even them out, bring balance to how they feel, and then guide them, coach them, as you put it. You know, we have to do these risk assessments. Okay, they're not thinking of tomorrow, they're not thinking of next week, they're thinking of how they feel right now. We have to be thinking about next week, tomorrow. Is this purchase, is this vacation, is this a good idea right now? Should we postpone? Has she earned it? There's a lot of things as men that we have to ponder and plan for, and I just don't think women have that on their mind. Now I look at it this way: time management is really important. It should be important for a man.
Yes.
If she's on social media, floating Facebook, floating around Instagram, wherever, paying attention to what the Joneses are doing, you know, talking to her mother on the phone, you know, all this, that's less time she has to add value to the program. And so I look at it this way: either I only deal with people that are 2 feet in, or if you're not 2 feet in, I can't deal with you.
Right.
Unless we've made a deal. This is another thing I tell guys: instead of making promises, make deals. So, you know, like if you're gonna be with a woman, it should be it is transactional. It is. I mean, sure, I'm sure there's some fuzzy feelings in the background somewhere. Sure. You know, obviously, if she trips your trigger and you make her juices flow, that's great. But at the end of the day, beyond that, there has to be a deal in place. And so, if a woman's coming into my life, there is a criteria and a role that she must fulfill. And if she cannot prove on a consistent basis that she can do that, she cannot be my woman. She may not even be able to be a PM chick, right? You know, because I call PM chicks just chicks who are casual, you know, there to fuck, there to suck, and then leave. YouTube chill. Only, baby. And so she gets like the 2-hour slot. She doesn't see the whole house. She has to pee in the porta potty outside. You know, she doesn't get the luxuries of a qualified girlfriend / wife. And so that's another thing I would tell guys is don't at the front end, because, you know, when you first meet someone, the emotions are high, you're feeling good. As you put it in your pre-introduction, things are always good at the beginning, the honeymoon stage.
Absolutely.
Try postpone giving them the keys to the castle. Give it some time, because if you press the gas, and then later once it changes, notice I didn't say if.
Right.
Once it changes, because
Yes.
it's gonna change. You have to have the ability to adjust, and if you postpone rewards, what it does is it makes her invest over a longer period of time.
Right.
When a woman just gets it for nothing, she doesn't cherish it. If you prolong the rewards, stretch them out, she invests longer. She's more likely to protect her investment and not make reckless decisions.
Very
so
good.
that's what I would just tell guys. It's like, postpone. You're gonna feel good. Sex is good. New pussy.
Yep.
All that stuff is fantastic. But take it from guys like us. It will change. It's not if. It will change. It'll transition to something else. You will get a little bit bored. She might even get a little bit complacent, which is when you have to kind of redesign the relationship,
Yes.
restructure some things, put reward systems in place.
Make her cry.
Just like, yes, make her cry. I made a video, you got to make women cry.
Yes,
it's not
twice
that
a
you're
month, baby.
thinking of ways to make her cry. It's that just being a man will make her cry.
That's all right. If you are not afraid to piss off your woman, at some point she is going to cry. Gentlemen, you are watching TSR Live with my special guest, Everett Overton. By the way, big announcement. Coach EO is going to be the keynote speaker at the Conference of Masculine Excellence down in Miami from October 13th through the 15th. We have 2 VIP tickets left. We sold one over the weekend. We have 2 VIP tickets left. We have 8. Is that 8, 9? There we go. We have 8 regular tickets left. We're going to cap it at 100. So we've got a $5 super chat here from Jay Blaze. He says, Jonah's ex was a surf instructor who was a surf instructor too, teaching men and women and putting bikini and revealing pics. So most girls, EO, have a social media presence to some degree. And if you go to any given woman's social media, there are going to be pictures of her showing off her body. I was in a conversation with I was recruiting. I was actually doing some recruiting for a project that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be shooting some skits up in Minneapolis. And I remember one of the girls told me, well, I've got this really cool friend. She's so innocent. She's kind of like she's kind of like a deer in the headlight. She's naive and this and that. And so I said, well, show me her Instagram. This girl is not naive. There is no way, maybe naive compared to her, but this girl was not naive. So despite her best efforts at trying to package this girl as wholesome, the first picture I saw was her showing a booty pic. Why do you think women want to sell their bodies essentially on Instagram, but by the same token get on men who disqualify men for their actions on social media?
Just boredom. They want to be heard.
Yep.
I mean, I don't take anything. This is going to sound very sexist, but I don't really care. I don't take what women say serious. I mean, I listen to them. I hear them. Their feelings are going to change. Their positions change, so easily. They don't stand on anything. They feel one way today. If they talk to another person tomorrow, they're changing their mind. And so you can't really trust anything they say. Let me tell guys, this is really important. You fuck pretty women, but you marry boring, simple women.
Yes. Wow.
Donovan, it kind of goes against that high value man criteria.
Sure.
I've never really been big, yes, you want a woman that you're attracted to,
of course,
but I don't need everybody else to think she's attractive.
Sure.
All she's got to have is, maybe is a pussy I like looking at, and I like her hair. I mean, 2 things I'm good. Physical attraction is not that important to me at this stage in my life. When I was younger, it was, but as you grow into your manhood, you now want producers.
Yes.
You want people that help produce. You want safety is important, security is important, going to bed early, waking up early, being productive, not being hungover is important to men as they begin to kind of elevate to a higher plane. And so I'll tell guys this, keep this in your minds right now. Your testosterone is flowing right now, but fuck baddies. Literally, try to fuck them.
Yes.
but don't marry them. Don't elevate them. Who you marry is that simple kind of woman who may not have a social media presence. And if she does, you've investigated it. She's showing pictures of her dog. You know, she's a school teacher.
Recipe
and,
book,
you know, she shows achievements of like her fucking first graders, you know, like, hey, look at, you know, like, you know, that a simple woman, a boring woman, that's a woman that you marry, but you fuck the baddies.
Yeah, guys say all the time, and it's funny because I was the same way when I was in my 20s. I want a woman who's going to challenge me, a woman who keeps, because that was exciting to me. My testosterone was flowing, and girls who were exciting were almost always the hottest girls. But I'm 45 years old, you know, I'll be 46. I'll be 46 a month from tomorrow. I don't have the capacity to deal with challenging women. I want a woman who's like a metronome. I need her to be the same. Now, we all know that women are never chemically identical from one day to the next, and that as men, we have to learn how to deal with, navigate, and mitigate. But if you're looking for a woman who's going to be exciting and spontaneous and this and that and the third, you're going to be with the wrong woman. Just like you said, marry a simple woman, marry a boring woman. Why do you think that men in their 20s tend to go for the more challenging women, even though they know it's probably not going to work out?
Probably because it's ego and to impress their peers. I mean, I think at that stage they're looking to have arm candy. They're looking to kind of be viewed as, you know, significant or the player of the group. So a lot of their decisions at that time are made, you know, due to the opinions of their peers. And so if you could challenge that now, like you'll feel that when you're younger, like you'll feel that you're like, you know, I want to have like the dopest bitch at the picnic or at the barbecue or at the rooftop party or wherever. You'll think that. And I'm not saying not to have that, but I don't suggest that you try to elevate women that are like that. You hang with women, you screw women like that, you use her for different networking purposes. Yes. But I don't recommend that you fall in love with her, give her your future. When it's time to marry, you're going to want to marry a woman that we've been describing, that simple, boring, productive woman. Hopefully you've gotten sex out of your system. That's another thing you need to do before you get married is kind of get sex out of your system, become immune to the feeling of sex.
Yes.
And that way, when you have sex, it's more of a reward for the relationship and the woman rather than just getting your rocks off.
Wow. He is the incomparable Coach Everett Overton. As we round third and head for home here with you, talk about some of the projects you're working on. Tell us, tell us where we can find you, your daily show, your weekly shows, things of that nature.
Yeah, you know, it's good to see you again, Donovan. It's always good to be back with you. And I always say we're like brothers in a lot of ways. We've had a lot of similar experiences in life. I'm Everett Overton. You can come over to my channel. I do have a show Monday, Wednesday, Friday, usually between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. Central. I'm kicking off season 6, I believe it is, of Killing the Simp.
Yes!
That's a really, really popular series that I've created. I also am going to do another season of Leading the Relationship, which is a spinoff of LTR. Instead of long-term relationship, I want to call it Leading the Relationship. I like that. Because if you're not leading it, it's inevitable that you're going to have severe problems. Also, I'm a fragrance brand too. I have my own fragrances out. Currently, I'm sold out of all of my fragrances. So it was a very, very productive unveiling of the first series of the fragrances. I'm in the process of creating a brand new fragrance. Still didn't finish that book that I was supposed to finish. It was put on the back burner, but my second book, it's about 75% done. Just got to do some finishing touches and some editing and that sort of thing. And then I look forward to seeing you at the CME 3 it is in Miami. Looking forward to delivering a powerful speech, meeting the attendees and the speakers and having a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll let you guys know something. Coach EO holds all of his friends accountable. At last year's CME, I invited EO, but I dropped the ball in a lot of different areas, and EO was like, hey, man, I got to pull out of this one. I totally understood it. Wasn't on my game, so I appreciate you, Everett, for kind of calling me to the carpet. We all need friends who are going to be painfully honest with us, even when it's not at the most convenient time. So I greatly appreciate your friendship, and thank you very much for accepting and for accepting the privilege of being the keynote speaker at the CME. It's pretty much me being the keynote speaker. That's why I picked you, because it's basically you're just another version of me.
I appreciate it. It's an honor. It really is an honor to be part of your event.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
He is the man with the cleanest fade, cleanest beard game, and it appears
that the man lives on a pornography set. Looks like there's a porn about to be shot there. Some girl wearing, some teeny bopper is going to walk up on you. You're going to slay that ass. EO, thank you so much for joining us today, man.
Thank you,
we
guys.
will talk soon. He is
Likewise.
Coach Everett Overton. Thank you guys very, very much for that. Yeah, man. EO is he's as real as they come, man. He is as real as they come. That's my guy. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you guys are getting to see a little bit behind the scenes here. Let me change the camera angle. Oh, by the way, you guys can see here that I have brought up my water cooler. I brought up my water cooler. So guess what? Anytime I need water, I can just go right. I'm gonna do it right now. Actually, no, I can't do it right now. I got to get ready. So what we are going to do, gentlemen, is I am going to open up the phone lines. That's right. I'm going to open up the phone lines. I want you guys to call in and tell me your opinions about the Jonah Hill situation. Stay there, guys. We're back in a bit.
Understanding women and increasing your dating success starts with Donovan Sharpe's massive collection of award-winning books and courses. Get off to a fast start and jumpstart your masculine renaissance with the 49 Laws of Sharpe. The 49 Laws of Sharpe is the perfect quick start guide for any man new to this community looking for the answers that keep them up at night after a bad experience with a woman. So many men ask themselves, why did she cheat? How could I not see this coming? Why did I miss the signs? And how can I avoid this in the future? The 49 Laws of Sharpe will answer these questions and many more. This will give you a rock-solid foundation upon which to build, develop, and cultivate your newfound identity, and put you miles ahead of your competition. Most men have never had access to this valuable information, let alone understand and apply it. But the 49 Laws of Sharpe will give you an unfair advantage over men and women. This treasure trove of valuable knowledge is available in audio, video, ebook, and paperback. Next, supplement your newly acquired foundational knowledge, supercharge your dating life with Donovan's 25-hour course, How to Master the Game. How to Master the Game will teach you the ins and outs of the player life, overcoming approach anxiety, identifying women who you want to approach, text game, first date principles and logistics, avoiding the friend zone, and so much more will be covered extensively. Also included are the bonus podcasts that will cover how to dress, Tinder game, and much more. Put simply, How to Master the Game will turn you into a stone-cold assassin with the ladies. Available in video and audio format. If you're not the kind of guy who wants to live the bachelor life, or you've had your fill of the player life and are looking for something a little more fulfilling, How to Build a Quality Woman from the Ground Up is a must. Donovan's 5-part, 7-hour audio course will show you step-by-step how to find, cultivate, and sustain a solid, healthy relationship. Everything from selecting the right woman, to coaching and correction, to what to do between the sheets. How to Build a Quality Woman from the Ground Up will guide you through the entire process of building the kind of woman you want and need. The strategies and techniques in this course are exactly what Donovan does in his own relationship to this day. And he is living proof that women can be beneficial to men provided they have the right instruction. And finally, the ultimate weapon all men are looking for in terms of being able to read and understand women, Donovan Sharpe's revolutionary, one-of-a-kind course that has been called the Cheat Code, Womanese. Womanese is the first and only course of its kind that gives men the raw and honest truth about what women really mean when they communicate verbally. Womanese translates female communication with shocking accuracy and has changed the dating lives and relationships of men the world over. So many men have avoided disaster because of the preciseness and sheer volume of material in this course, which contains over 600 translations. How cool would it be to be able to see through a woman's BS and act accordingly right then and there, rather than getting blindsided when it's too late? What would it be like to have the ability to read a woman like a book based only on what she says? These abilities will be at your disposal with Womanese. Women won't be able to lie to you, cheat on you, deceive you, or take advantage of you. The time and money you'll save pays for the course almost immediately. Womanese is available in video, audio, ebook, and paperback format, and can be purchased one volume at a time or all at once. Men in his community often state that the best investment a man can make is in himself. Donovan's extensive educational materials will take your life to the next level. And the only place you can get this life-changing knowledge is tsracademy.com. Link in description.
Sorry about that. Totally muted. Okay. Welcome back to the 988th episode of TSR Live. Just disregard anything you didn't hear. Give me 2 seconds here. That's me and me. I had the phone line. There we are. That's what we want right there. 516-387-1987. 516-387-1987. The phone lines are open now. Let us go to Mike Steele. Mike Steele in Vegas. You are on Live with Donovan. What's going on, brother?
How you doing, man? Been a while since I talked on the show.
Yeah, it is, man. How you doing? How's it going out there in the 702? I know it's probably 148 degrees out there.
Just 112, no big deal. But calling from the Mirage right now.
Give or take. So what's on your mind, brother?
Well, I just real quick. I completely agree with Jonah Hill with what he did and said, and it's very obvious that he's blue-pilled.
Yes.
But he's got the core correct. He even said some like very feminine things like, "Oh, I'm being vulnerable with you," and opening up to you, things that he shouldn't say. But at the core, I mean, he has the fundamental understanding because that's built into all men. It's part of our firmware.
Right.
So we understand that this kind of like social media posting and hanging out with a whole bunch of guys and stuff like that, that's bad. It's in our firmware. And so he has his relationship standards built around that, and he exercised those standards. And he did the exact same thing that you advise all of us to do, to be like, hey, the moment you don't want to do it this way, then you become the kind of woman I don't commit to.
There it is. Yeah, if you establish these things early on, and she goes and does them anyway, and just like EO said, man, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when she's going to try you. If she tries you and you don't do anything, then guess what? Now she's setting the tone at this point. And we tell guys all the time, if you set standards, you have to be ready to enforce them. I'll give you the last word, Mike.
That's basically it. I mean, I'm not one of those people that's like obsessed with celebrities or anything like that.
Yeah.
But Jonah, he did it right, and I wish him luck.
Good stuff, man. Mike Steele in the house, out in the 702. One of my good friends. Now in this community, I end up becoming friends with a lot of you guys. Phone lines will still be open. We will continue this conversation here. Now, while we're waiting for you guys to fill it in, I'm going to play you Coach EO's latest video. Then we're going to read a couple of articles. Regarding the Jonah Hill situation and things of that nature. Here we go. Listen up.
Women are losers, and they love to chase losers.
Rip your head off. Your ass is mine.
It sounds mean, but it's true. Women are losers, and that's why they feel comfortable with a loser. See, the second you introduce stability to an unstable woman, she doesn't feel safe. She feels threatened.
Wait! Where are you going?
Even though you're not trying to threaten her, you're trying to introduce her to a dynamic that is functional and well organized and all that sort of thing. But she has to run back to instability. Stability was introduced, and you can't thrive in stable environments. You need chaos. You need to argue. You need to be fretting over something. They don't want to change their life. YouTube chill. They don't. And if they do want to change their life, they're going to prove it. Many of these women are highly dysfunctional. They thrive on chaos. They thrive on arguments. They only feel they need to be checked all the time. Who wants to sit there and check a bitch all day long?
Hell no.
Winners don't have time to do that.
Winners don't have time to check a bitch all the time. So, as promised, let me put the phone number. Let me put the phone number back up. 516-387-1987. That is 516-387-1987. Let's go back to. I forgot what scene I was on, so let's just go to the home. There we go. There we go. 516-387-1987. Oh, that's where I was going. That's where I went. There we are. 516-387-1987. 516-387-1987 to call in and give your opinion on the Jonah Hill situation. So let's read a few articles because there have been a few celebrities that have come out in defense of Jonah Hill. But let's read the first one. There we go. Jonah Hill's alleged texts to ex-girlfriend Sarah Brady have enraged the internet. This is a warning to all girls, Brady wrote. If your partner is talking to you like this, make an exit plan. The alleged texts between Jonah Hill and his ex-girlfriend Sarah Brady have sparked outrage. Starting on July 7th, Brady began sharing a series of Instagram stories detailing Hill's alleged emotionally abusive behavior by posting DMs she claims that were sent by the 39-year-old superbad actor. Of course, they would have to mention that, wouldn't they? Ay. I'm drinking everything in sight, guys. Please forgive me. Pardon me. Sharing this publicly now because keeping it to myself was causing more damage to my mental health than sharing it could ever do. Yeah, that's cap. I'm gonna call. No, Sarah did this because she wanted to clown Jonah Hill. That's all she was doing. This has nothing to do with her emotional health or mental health. She just wanted to out her guy. That's all she wanted to do. One alleged conversation appears to show Hill chastising the surfer for sharing photos of herself surfing in a bathing suit. Quote, she says, again, this is a warning to all girls. If your partner is talking to you like this, make an exit plan. Call me if you need an ear. Brady captioned the screenshots. In exchange, Brady says she deleted a series of photos from her feed, which Hill allegedly responds is, quote, a good start, but says that she still doesn't seem to get it. But it's not my place to teach you, he says. I've made my boundaries clear, Hill continued, according to Brady's post. You refuse to let go of some of them, and you've made that clear, and I hope it makes you happy. I don't really know what's going. I don't really see what's wrong with what he said, right? So here's the first one. Here's the first one. I guess this was a couple years ago. So Jonah says to her, if you need surfing with men, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are in unstable places, and from your wild recent past beyond getting a lunch or coffee or something, respectful. I am not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it, and there will be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for romantic partnership. My boundaries with you based on the ways these actions have hurt our trust. So you see there, guys, he's not forcing her to do anything she didn't want to do. He didn't say you need to do this or else. He is saying that if you need to do X, Y, and Z, then you're just I'm not the guy for you. He put it on himself. He didn't call her any names. He didn't tell her she was bad. All he said is that if you need these things, I'm not the guy for you. I support you 100%. I don't know how that's misogynistic. Let's see. She being our couples therapist all the time. I don't know what this is. She had agreed. She had me agree to paddle away from any man that approached in the water, no matter his age. I was instructed to say, I'm going to talk to my boyfriend and then paddle away. That sounds good to me. Then I guess this says, this makes me want to go stab someone. Wow, who is this therapist? What? She was like enabling his possessiveness, isolation, and... Oh, Jesus Christ. Listen, man. One of the 49 laws of Sharpe, as well as one of my 600 Womanese translations, specifically states that when a woman is in a relationship where it is easy to be unfaithful, she characterizes that as a healthy relationship, right? However, if she is in a relationship with a man who has boundaries and in essence makes it more difficult for her to cheat, her relationship is toxic. Guys, this is just how this goes. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Let's go to Edward in Delaware. Edward in Delaware, you're on Live with Donovan. What's on your mind?
Hey, Donovan, can you hear me okay?
I sure can.
Yeah, I'm in a truck leaving from Jersey, headed back to Delaware. But I just wanted to say that men can't have a standard. You know, if you put any boundaries, you say anything, it doesn't matter. I don't like you wearing that. Whatever it is, the bitches go nuclear.
Yep.
That's why I thank God for the space, for you, for Coach EO, Fresh and Fit. All the data and tools are right there. You need to be desperate for nothing and move accordingly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me get your opinion on this, Ed, and then I'll let you continue to drive. I don't want you to wreck or anything. Why do you think it is that guys are afraid to set boundaries with women up front? Because it seems clear to me that Jonah didn't set these boundaries up front. Either that, or she just ignored them, and he finally just had enough.
I think you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If you set them too early, they'll sit there and be like, you're controlling. And why do you want to put this on me? This isn't even that serious. Blah, 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 blah. And if you said it late, oh my God, you should have said this earlier. I didn't know you felt this way. Well, you didn't know what kind of girl did that, or they're too fluid.
Absolutely right. Thank you very much, Edward, for chiming in. And guys, this is why I said, this is why when I played the opening video, right? How to flip the script on these hoes. Right? You heard what Edward said. If you ask too early, and then her response was, it's not that serious. Gentlemen, this is why I tell you to never, ever, ever, ever angle for a relationship first when dealing with women. Because if you angle for a relationship first, you are literally forfeiting your ability to set boundaries, standards, and expectations. That's what it is. And a lot of guys don't like setting boundaries early because they're afraid of what, class? Losing the girl. If you're afraid of losing the girl, you've already lost. You have literally already lost. Let's continue with the article. 516-387-1987 to get on the show. That was just the beginning. In another slide, Hill allegedly laid out behaviors that crosses his boundaries, including Brady surfing with men, modeling, posting pictures of herself in a bathing suit, and having friendships with, quote, women who are in unstable places from your wild recent past beyond getting lunch or coffee or something respectful. It's funny how they put all of his boundaries, including the word boundaries, in quotes. When people do air quotes, that is a low-key way of disrespecting. That is a low-key way of showing disrespect to whatever it is that you want to do in terms of setting boundaries. Boundaries is put in quotation marks when talking about a man's boundaries, but boundaries, there are no quotation marks when women talk about them, right? So let's go through them. Surfing with men in quotation marks. Yeah, that's a boundary. Look, if you want to surf with men, no problem. I'm not the guy for you. I don't know how that's misogynistic, but it is what it is. Modeling, posting pictures of herself in a bathing suit. Gentlemen, if your woman is posting pictures of herself in a bathing suit, she is advertising. She is looking for attention from men. She's not posting bathing suit pics for girls. She's posting them for men. And if your girl is advertising herself to men, then what is it? She no longer is your girl. You take off the Y, and now she's our girl. That's how this works. Having friends with women who are in unstable places from your wild recent past beyond getting lunch, coffee, or something respectful. So Jonah doesn't want his girlfriend hanging out with her slutty friends, because we know that single women keep women single. Everybody knows this. Everybody says it. But then in practical application, now it's misogynistic. Why in the world is it misogynistic for a guy not to want his girlfriend to be hanging out with girls who make bad decisions with men? No problem. If you want to hang out with girls who make bad decisions with men, don't trip. I'm not tripping, just I'm not the guy for you. That's how this works. James Wingate with the $5 super chat, appreciate that. Says, hey, Donovan, at the doctor's office, so I cannot listen live. The women would freak, but I wanted to support you. I will catch the replay once out of here. Appreciate that, James. Hopefully everything is good with you. Hopefully everything is good with you at the doctor's office. Ken Rose with the $5 super chat. Appreciate that very, very much. Let's go back to the phone lines. Let's go to Emmanuel in Illinois. Emmanuel in Illinois, you're on the live with Donovan. What's on your mind?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Doing good. How about you?
Good. So my analysis of this is that she don't respect him. She clearly doesn't respect him because why is she even working when he's a multi-millionaire?
Right.
But that's like their situation, right?
Right.
And so she's instructing people how to swim. There's men around. So clearly she's with him for the clout, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't get how it's misogynistic if he wants to put on boundaries. And this is the age we live in today. Men get shamed for putting boundaries on women. His mistake was not putting boundaries in the beginning of the relationship.
It's all right. That's exactly right. What would you, if Jonah Hill were your friend, Emmanuel, what would your advice to him be?
Fucking leave her. If she doesn't benefit you, why you there?
She belongs to the streets.
You're giving her money, you're giving her attention, all these things.
Yeah.
And Myron said it the best. Privilege is invisible to the ones that have it.
That's right.
She's clearly a bitch.
Absolutely. Emmanuel in Illinois, thanks for chiming in, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. And listen, that's, clearly that's his ex-girlfriend, but yeah, she's doing this for clout. She's doing this for clout because this is over 2 years ago. This is back in 21. Brady also claims that she and Hill were seeing a couples therapist that instructed her to paddle away from men while surfing and tell them, I'm going to talk to my boyfriend. What's wrong with that? What's wrong? Dude, if you're a woman, look, man, this is what it comes down to. Guys, don't date women who are around men on a regular basis for her job. That's just how, I'm a surf instructor. I'm supposed to be around men. No problem. You and I can't be together. But here is the problem. Girls want to have their cake and eat it too. They want to act single, but they don't want to be single. Let me reverse that. They want to act single, but they don't want to be single, right? They want the safety net and the prestige that comes with a woman who is in a relationship of consequence with a man she respects and loves. They all want that. But they also want to reserve the right to put their relationship at risk by talking to other men. Sorry. Listen, if ladies, if you can't swim with that, pun intended, no problem. No problem. We will simply keep it strictly casual. We will keep it strictly casual. And it's not going to go any further from there. So then it says Jonah Hill and Sarah Brady made their red carpet debut in December of 2021, wearing matching blue suits and loafers at the Don't Look Up premiere. They reportedly split sometime in 22, and Hill recently welcomed his first child with girlfriend Olivia Millar. I hope my ex has a daughter, Brady wrote in one slide. Maybe she'll turn him into a real feminist, because the fact that he calls himself a feminist now is laughable. Psh, yeah, clearly. Many of Brady's Instagram stories can still be viewed on her account or in various TikTok videos about the controversy, which has inspired discourse about emotional abuse and weaponizing of therapy language. I've seen folks tweet that if Jonah Hill wanted a girlfriend who didn't post any bathing suit pictures or have guy friends, he shouldn't have dated a surfer. Now that I agree with. I agree with that 100%. He shouldn't have dated a surfer, y'all. You can't, and this is on Hill. This is on Hill. You picked a woman whose job requires her to be around men. That's on you, bruh. That's on you. But here's the thing, it continued. Emotionally abusive and controlling men don't want submissive women. They want to take strong women down a peg. No, that's not. No, we don't. We do want submissive women. We do want submissive women. I am not interested in taking a strong woman down a peg. Would you like to know why? I don't have the fucking time or the energy. Like, Jessica Valenti seems to think that men, we all sit around and talk about how to take a woman down a peg. I ain't got time for that, man. Just like EO said in his other video, who the fuck has time to check a bitch all the goddamn time? Right? Don't get me wrong. There are going to be times where you are going to have to check your woman. But if you got to check the bitch every day, she's got to go. She's got to go. Another user tweeted, Jonah Hill's a great example of that old saying, give a man some therapy and you heal him for a day. Teach a man therapy words and you feed his manipulation for a lifetime. Ay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Brady also shared a video by popular TikTok personality Tefi Pessoa, who discussed the allegations on her account on June 8th. How are you going to tell a surfer to stop surfing when she was already surfing when you met her? Pessoa asks in her TikTok post. The weaponizing of therapy is crazy because you're using terminology you used in therapy to get someone to stop doing what they love. Those are not boundaries. Unbelievable. It is so funny how women mischaracterize everything. Jonah Hill has not yet responded to Sarah Brady's posts. I too struggle with mental health, but I do not use it to control people like he did to me. Brady wrote in one Instagram story. It's been a year of blah, 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 blah. Don't care. Now, there have been some people who have spoken out in favor of Jonah Hill, such as one, Devin Booker, point guard for the Phoenix Suns. So this was published. Let's see when this was published. Yeah, this was published. Wow, this was published 23 hours ago. Devin Booker publicly went to bat for Jonah Hill as the actor deals with backlash related to the alleged emotional abuse towards his ex-girlfriend. Hill's ex-professional surfer, blah, 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 among other things. This is a warning to all girls, blah, 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 blah. Let's see here. Booker, meanwhile, showed a picture of Hill wearing a Suns jersey on his own Instagram today, along with a salute emoji. Good for him. Wow, I didn't know he was tatted up like that. Jonah Hill's body is a hot mess. I can already tell you that. We're not sure if Booker has a personal friendship with Hill, or was he just sticking up for him because he felt he didn't do anything wrong. Either way, his decision to post that photo on IG has surprisingly sparked some controversy on social media. Yeah, we don't give a shit. Devin Booker dated a Kardashian, man. Like, he knows what's up. Here's another one. Social media influencer Andrew Tate retweeted post endorsing Jonah Hill's leaked text message regarding his expectations in a partner. Controversial social media influencer Andrew Tate has once again stirred the pot, this time by endorsing Jonah Hill's leaked text messages regarding his expectations in a partner. Hill's ex-girlfriend Sarah Brady recently shared screenshots of his alleged text from the actor, accusing him of emotional abuse and controlling behavior. While many have criticized Hill's actions, Tate took to Twitter to support him, igniting a new wave of controversy. Andrew Tate, the social media influencer known for his controversial opinions and self-proclaimed misogyny, retweeted a post by Candace Owens defending Jonah Hill's leaked text. Owens' tweet claimed that there was nothing wrong with Hill's desires in a partner and criticized women in society today. Tate's endorsement of Hill's behavior came as no surprise given his track record of provocative statements on social media. Ay. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. That's what this comes down to. Guys. Modern women are going to fight tooth and nail. They're going to fight tooth and nail to reserve the right to look for your replacement while they are in a relationship with you. Let me repeat that. Modern women will always fight for the right to look for your replacement while still in a relationship with you. Look, if you don't like the dude anymore, I ain't got no problem with that. Maybe he got fat, maybe he got bitchy, maybe he's a secret simp, I don't know. But no one's forcing you to stay with a man you don't want to stay with. So why wouldn't you just dump the guy? Why wouldn't you just break up with him and say, you know what? Not feeling anymore. Nope. They want to reserve the right to look for their replacement at all times.
Mike Steele with the $10 super chat says, one of the best takes I heard was, if you don't like the sound of chirping birds, don't get a bird. Birds will do bird shit. He initially hit her up on IG. He knew he knew what she was all. Yeah, that's true. That's very true, actually. King Life with the $2 super chat says he's at the top, about to get a better chick. You better believe it. You better believe it. And Sarah Brady's not even that attractive. She's just not. How many women, dude? How many women would? This is so funny. So this bitch Sarah Brady, she has no idea. She has no idea that she just fumbled the bag. How many women? How many beautiful, gorgeous women would be more than happy to abide by Jonah's boundaries just to be in a relationship with him? But no, Ms. Brady wants to continue to surf with guys and post bikini pics.
Just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost attraction for you.
Oops.
That's how it works.
Sorry about that. There we go. My bad on that, guys. There we go. All right. Wow, this is coming in crystal clear today. Holy smokes. Oh, that's right. I don't have the blue light on today. So what's going to happen now, guys? What's going to happen now is I'm going to shrink the audience. I'm going to shrink the audience to just Sharp Stream and Rumble. I'm going to continue my breakdown of the Big D. The Big D. And the Big D is a great reality dating show. It's a reality dating show that involves ex-wives and ex-husbands going onto an island with other ex-wives and ex-husbands and mingling to see if there's any connection. I don't know, man. These dating shows are really for drama. They're not really about helping couples, but hey, pays my bills, so I'm not mad at it. That is going to do it for this, the 988th edition of TSR Live. My thanks to all of my super chatters, most especially Coach Everett Overton. Be sure to go and follow him at Coach EO. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you on Rumble shortly. Take care. All right, guys. Let's see here. So I am going to shrink. There we go. There we go. That is the big D. Actually, I need to... Give me a second, fellas. There it is. All right. See if I can get this right here. There we go. There we go. The big D. All right, very nice. Let me do some switching here. Let me go to the switch from hardline to Bluetooth, because I can do that. Pay no attention to the there we go. Test, test. Test, test. Okay, perfect. Excellent. Very nice. Apologies for the noise in the background. They are trimming our hedges. They are trimming our hedges. All right, guys. So I'm going to say so long to my YouTube audience. Thank you guys for... Hell, if I can find it. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, boy. We do it live, guys. We do it live. My windows are disappearing on me for whatever reason. So I recently upgraded to the next OS, Ventura, and I hate it, man. It's for whatever reason it's much slower. So I don't know. Maybe I have to do some sort of computer something or other. I don't know. Also, my voice is doing a little bit better, guys. Let's get that out of here. Blog Talk Radio. My voice is doing a little bit better. I seem to be doing a much better job at keeping my voice at an audible tone, and not yelling my voice out, which I tend to do on a regular basis. There we are. So goodbye to Facebook, Twitter, what is that? Twitch.